Alright guys, as you've seen on the previous episode, we went ahead and we got this front end installed on the 40 Dodge panel truck, your 40 whatever year. Go ahead and give them a shot down in there, Morgan. We got this all pretty much welded up. We got a little bit more work to do, and we got some stuff to put the bumper back onto the rig here, but you know, for the most part, the front end is installed. We can set it down on the wheels, so we'll have to get us some neat looking wheels for this thing. But in this episode, come on back here, we're gonna be chop shop again on the back of this 40 whatever Dodge panel truck. So the goal is we're gonna cut all of this rear framework out, not the actual body supports, but the actual frame itself. And then we have new material that we're gonna narrow this up and probably do like a little C-notch in it for the rear axle, just because I don't know how low we're gonna go. And we'll get all that put in here, and hopefully here the next Saturday, we'll start cutting this out, and then I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday we're going to have a new housing from Quick Performance. So shout out to them. New axles, and then the third member, which we don't really need for assembly, won't be here for another couple weeks. So we're not worried about that, but let's go ahead and let's fire up the plasma and get chopping stuff up. Actually, you know, before we get started on cutting that up, I do want to say another thanks to Holly for hooking us up. You know, we've got Burnin Green sitting here running methanol. I got to talk about the rear end too, because we got some problems. Because this next weekend, which is July 29th, we'll be at that Volga City Diesel Show. I put up a little video about that. But, you know, to help burn all that methanol out of this motor, the stock coils are just not doing it. So, huge shout out to Holly MSD for hooking us up with a set of coils. Now, the nice part about these, and also some wires, should mention that as well. So, we got some beautiful MSD wires. But, the nice part about these is this style of coil is exactly what we're running on Burnin Green, because that was my only pet peeve. Was I just spent all that time pulling the motor just to mount these behind the motor plate. So they are the exact same, so all we got to do is pull the long rod out, which hopefully comes out. Oh no, you don't have to do that, never mind. You just got to pull these bolts out, each one of those, which may be a pain in the butt too. But yeah, that's going to take care of that. Like I said, remake the coil wires, and then that's going to get that set. And then maybe later in this episode, we've got an issue with the rear end that, as I was measuring this rear end, because the new rear end for the new truck is going to be the same, yeah, I noticed a little problem down there. So, again, we'll talk about that later, but now let's go ahead and fire up the plasma. Jason will be here shortly. I'll cut a little bit and we'll make him do the rest. All right, well, as you've seen there, we went ahead and got a bunch of tubes cut and got them welded. Can I zoom in there? Well, either way. They're welded up in there to the crossover piece, which we found out, Jason, what? Very strong. No flex. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. It's pretty flexible. So we're going to have to support the body back here in the back, and then with a jack or something, because... Give it a little wiggle, Jason. Show them that. Yeah, the only thing holding it is... She's easy now. The only thing holding it's the rest of the rust there. We're going to have to put a jack underneath of here, so that way we can cut out the rest of the frame, because these cross member pieces are holding that fender, and the fender, what little bit of rust is holding the rest of the body up. So do that, then we can put our angle down in the back, and then figure out our pieces coming out the back. And then probably some reinforcements up front, I would say. Unless you want it. Hey, maybe I should insert that clip of that time you left the rear end laying on the track at the pulley truck. That's what this is going to be like. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, well, we had to take a break from the action. Carl showed up. Hey,
what's up?
What are you drinking over there?
A Bush.
Where's the Bud Light? You don't want to get black hair, paint your nails.
No. Been through that.
That was an old phase.
I'm waiting for Bud Light to send me a commission check.
I know.
If I start buying Bush or Bud, Bush, they're all the same.
One
of the Bush is worth $2 in the hand. Oh, $2 in the hand. Oh, what's something?
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Yeah, well, that's probably a little bit too much for the channel.
Hey, I even got a new email address, guys, so...
You want him to send you some junk mail?
Nah, yeah. That and... Nah.
Nah, that's probably inappropriate, too.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of the progress there, Carl?
I think it's really amazing.
Give him a shot here. I can tell you right now that it's definitely not level from the left side to the right side, but
yeah, but
it's close.
Yeah, close enough for boosted ride.
It's not very far off, is it?
No, not very, very much.
Well, it's just for burnout, so I think it's going to work good. But
I think so.
A little more welding
it's
to do.
It's going to be like a little smoke-free.
Because of all the rust holes?
No, we can just have the smoke come out.
Well, we were thinking about. I told Jason we should take the doors off the back. I actually did take all the bolts out here. I can't get the damn doors pulled out. They're stuck in there. Like potentially rusted in, maybe? I haven't seen much rust on this, but...
No, there's a little bit. Not much. Not much for being a 30... I think this is a 40.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried looking.
I think it's a 47.
Could be.
Because the grill is just like my 47 Dodge truck.
Maybe your truck's not a 47. Is that the legit title to that, Doc?
Yeah.
You would never get a title that's not legit.
No. I mean, I've been in jail for worse things than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not much better. Hey guys, I was just telling Adam how much I miss work. Just got back from church.
It is Sunday.
Yep, it is Sunday. Sunday.
And wheels on the front.
Oh my God!
Thanks to Carl for sponsoring us. Yeah, watch your head there.
Yep.
You'll be gashed wide open.
Now,
this is part of sponsorship, right?
Yep.
Donation of the front clip.
Yep. See, we got my name on it.
Wow, we could write your name on there before we paint it.
Dodge.
Oh, that's your name, Dodge.
Dodge Kiner.
I thought it was Dodge.
Dodge more police than most people even know.
That's probably the truth.
Hey, and this is for EIP. That thing's working really good. All right.
Okay.
Let's cut her short.
All right, party on.
I mean, we don't know what short is, but cut her short.
You sure you don't know what short is?
Yeah. I'm going to start the wiring.
Well, got the back end pretty well finished up. As you seen there when Carl was over, I added a couple more pieces up in the front here just to give us some more bracing. So I've added this gusset here and one on that side as well. And that definitely, don't be looking at my goober there, guys. I'll grind that off. I was just burning the weld down in. But that definitely strengthened the back up and it helped me level the two back sides up. And I think we're pretty good. We just definitely need to do some bracing. This is a lot thinner than we thought it was going to be. So, you know, we'll do something and tie something across the top up here. Maybe even bring it around and wrap it down the front, whatever it is, a bar or something, and bend it down the front, tie it in just to kind of keep this top from wanting to bow down. This, like I said, this right here really strengthened that up. So this tube in here at this point is just keeping the width of it. And next we'll have the rear end, like I said, the rear end housing, the 4-link brackets, and all that stuff. So hopefully we can get started on that. All right, back Tuesday. Ordered the parts from Quick Performance on Wednesday at the end of the day. I mean, it was evening time. He sent me the invoice over, got it paid up, and they hooked me up with a good deal on this rear end. So rear end, axles, and whole third member. It's just I don't have the center section yet because they are a few weeks out putting that together. But what we have here are the 40 spline axles and the rear end housing, which should be identical to Burnin Green and Death Trap, except This was just a stock housing with no back bracing or anything. Death Trap runs a full sheet metal, and this is one of their Fab 9 housings, I think they call it. But let's open it up and I'll show you what we got. Well, with it out of the box here, we can see quickly that this is a pretty beefy unit, guys. So we got the Ford big end on for the bearings, got the back bracing, like I said, and this is the somewhat, I don't want to call it fabricated because, you know, it's not the sheet metal version of it, but the rear cover is still stamped, but it's all brace supported. It's got the gussets in here for the axles. You can kind of see them in there. And the drain plug as well. And then the best part is with having the drain plug and the fill cap on it. Makes it super easy. You can see the old Quick Performance logo there. So again, huge shout out to them. This is going to be the replacement for this one. Like I said, we just need a little bit more width out of it. And then I did measure this. It matches exactly up. So this is the same as Death Trap and Burnin Green we're in. So that keeps everything kosher there if we ever had an issue. I'd never expect an issue with these. But one last thing before I let you go, because I'm going to cut the video there, guys, because I found an issue. And I mentioned it before, but I didn't tell you what it was. Burnin Green, if I can get underneath of here, actually, I believe, let's just show you here. Let's get down here and take a look at the rear end. Yeah, you can kind of tell that the shocks are leaning to the passenger side. You can't see the panhard bar, which is just under the housing there, is actually going from the driver's rear to the passenger front 4-link bracket. It's actually crowned, and that's only from a couple tip-ins from this bad beast, so that's not good. It's a 1-inch OD 083 tube. So we're talking with the guys over at Quartermax and RJ Race Cars. We decided we're going to do the same thing. It sounds dumb, but a 1-inch 083 wall, and then we're going to sleeve that with an 1.25" 120 wall on top of that. So we'll pin those together, not that they have any room to wiggle, and then we're going to put new tube adapters in there. So that's going to be the next video. So I will not be getting the rear end mounted in there, but I am getting some 4-link brackets made for that as well, so that way I can work around that back brace. But that's going to be in the next video, guys, fixing Burnin Green here. We got to get this ready because, as you know, Saturday we're going to be at the Volga Diesel Truck Show to test this thing to make sure it's running good. And now we got to have a rear end that's in place, and we can test that, make sure nothing's going to happen there. So we're ready for Michigan on August 11th. So that's the next video. Stay tuned. A little bit different action with Burnin Green coming up here versus the Dodge. So I got to figure out how to get this out. But like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know anything you guys want to see down below. Any comments. And we'll see you in the next one.